Hello everyone, and welcome to our final video in the series on Microsoft OneNote. I thought for our final video we would go over some of the fun features that are within OneNote and some of the information that you might want to know as you go about creating your own Microsoft OneNote class notebook. So the first thing that I wanted to show you was this wonderful tool that you can get added onto your Microsoft OneNote called Learning Tools. Learning Tools has this feature called Immersive Reader, and the best thing that we can do to show you is just to open it up. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And it opens up this wonderful tool that is inside Microsoft Edge and that your students have access to as well. And you can actually change the font of the text here, the background color, you can break it up into syllables, show the nouns, show the verbs, and you can also have it read to you as well.
Your OneNote class notebook.
So as long as you have text on the page, even if it is instead of a Word document or a PDF, it can read it to your students. There is also a tool called Dictate on here, so for students that prefer speaking versus typing, this is a great option for them for their classroom notebooks. You also have, let's go over into our classroom notebook for just a minute. If you ever need to add or remove students or teachers and you just forgot to do that at the beginning, you can always do so by clicking on here and it will take you to the online site where you can then add teachers in, students in, or go in, delete those if you need to. There is also this handy tool up here called View, which we have not had a chance to go over very much, so I want to touch on this a little bit. What is great about this page is your ability to kind of customize how your page looks for students. So we'll go into our content library and take our first page here. So let's say I want to change the color of the page. I can change this up to many different pastels and you can immediately tell it just makes the page seem a little warmer, a little bit friendlier. And you can also add in lines to your page. Small lines, big lines, and my favorite as a math teacher are these grid or graphing lines. I love using these, especially for drawing and showing graphs to students instead of the classroom. You can also change out the paper size if the margins are too small or too big. That may help you out. And then you could also do a new docked window off to the side. And so if you have an extended screen or you're working on Zoom, that means that you can then, this is like a separate window that can be moved around. So I can actually come in here and close this out and then just have this docked window right here. Or if I want to do only the docked window, then I can go dock to desktop and it will go ahead and scooch that back over there. So we'll go ahead and click the escape on that. So to escape from this, you'll just hit on the full screen in the top right hand corner. So now we're back to our regular page. If you need to go back and edit something that you accidentally deleted and you want to get that back, I also want to show you this really fun tool that is called History up top. So within History, you can look at all of your recent edits within the last 6 months even, or since yesterday. And it will pull up all of your edits along with a date. So if there's something that you accidentally got rid of or a page version that you want to restore, then you can always do so through here. This is especially handy if you have co-teachers that are working on this that might accidentally get rid of something. This is a great tool to have in your hands. And then lastly, there is the section underneath Insert that says Page Templates. So you can come over here and click on Page Templates. And it has some stuff that are preloaded for you to help make things, like I said, a little more fun, a little more interesting. Or you can click on this page, which will load more, and upload different things that even have text boxes already downloaded in them. You can do business, formal meetings, planners. We'll click on one of the formal. So some of these are just photos, and some of them are a little more. And then you have these planners down here, so your to-do list of check boxes. You have a variety of those as well. So I just think that these are a little bit fun to do, and once you have one done, then you can kind of copy and paste it and edit the content on there. And anytime that you put a checkbox in, you can always go and check and uncheck those checkboxes, and your students are able to do that too from their student view. So hopefully this has been some fun features to show you guys to close out our series of Microsoft OneNote. Microsoft has a very extensive FAQ section, so if you have any questions, that's where I would start, is to go to them. And if not, you can always go and reach out to me at bheard3@uwg.com.